This is a learning and exam preparation video for the IB Business syllabus. At the end of the video are practice assignments for you to prepare you from the exams. Please click www.intmace.com on the link at the bottom of this video to do the assignments for this topic. Unit 1.2, Types of Organization 2. Company and corporations. The organization, corporations in North America, is perhaps the most important form of industry, and you can distinguish a corporation by the accompanying abbreviations according to its logos. Incorporated, USA, Canada. LLC, Limited Liability Company, United States. PLC, Private or Public Limited Company, UK. PTE, Private Limited Company, UK. Limited Company, various. SA, Sociedad Anónima, Latin America except Brazil and Mexico. SA, Sociedades Anónimas, Brazil, Portugal. SPA, Società Presioni, Italy. AB, Aktiebolag, Finland, Sweden. PhD, Berhad, Malaysia, Brunei. GI, Groupement d'Intérêt Économique, France. GmbH, Gesellschaft mit beschränkter Haftung, Austria, Germany, Switzerland. Shareholders are awarded for investing in a company in three ways. A. If the company performs well, the prices of the stocks it holds will rise in value. The valuation of a business is dependent on its earnings in principle, although not necessarily accurate in reality. The net value of its shares could also rise when earnings increase. Furthermore, the corporation could raise its price at the same rate in individual equity shares. B. Also as dividends, the corporation releases a part of its income. Any investor earns revenues according to the number of stocks owned by each investor. Dividends are either not charged or very minimal for micro or small corporations. Dividend payments are often paid periodically, once in every 3 months or every 4 months. C. The investor has no obligation, which is also one of a corporation's core characteristics and advantages. In no way is the business member liable for the debts of the organization different from the single owner or members in a partnership. If the firm loses, so the investment in the organization will all be lost to all its owner. Cost to the shareholders for investing in a company is A. If the business does not operate well, the price of the shares it holds will fall. In concept, the worth of a business is dependent on its benefits, as stated in paragraph 1 above. If the revenue drops, the valuation of individual shares, typically, also decreases. B. If the corporation has no option, it might choose not to issue dividends. For various causes, companies need capital. Companies who may not do well and did not acquire adequate cash may not be able to pay dividends. Corporations that expand significantly will require more resources to promote the corporation's development. Therefore, most businesses occasionally pay dividends or maybe never. The whole value measurement is dependent on the increase or decline of the inventory value. C. Since members frequently have only a portion of the business's equity, holding stock in a company does not guarantee that an individual shareholder has any real role in business operations. At the end of 2012, 10,405,625,000 issued and outstanding shares were issued by General Electric Corporations, GE, of the United States. In a giant business like GE, a single person who owns 100 shares will virtually have no voice. Even 1% of the company will entail an investment of around $2.5 billion, and so 1% say who the managers are. Normally, corporations simply select to be a corporation in the first place, Because corporate owners wish the organization to have a distinct legal identity personal to them and thus grant the owners as shareholders limited liability. Other factors to become a corporation are also offered. It's acknowledgement to the company's performance that increases the position of the company. Stocks are a great source of funds for corporations, particularly to growing requirements for working capital. The fact that a corporation has an independent legal presence from its owners strengthens the stable nature of the corporation. When an owner or shareholder dies, the company will continue. For smaller firms, the deaths of a main shareholder may trigger a certain disturbance if this individual is also an involved director of the company. The corporations, however, continues. Companies are generally more likely to receive more funds from financial institutions and governments, particularly loans. Company key characteristics. A. They own the corporation but do not control the company. B. The corporation and its shareholders are separated. C. More funding is usually accessible. D. The corporations is kept a high level of accountability. E. The corporations have more stability and a more continuous chance. F. Every details are legally recorded. The benefits of company. There are advantages in being a company. They are: A. Financial access is better than for individual traders and partnerships. B. There is no liability for the investor. C. Continuity exists. D. There is an established structure of company. Weaknesses for profit-making social companies. There are disadvantages in being a company. They are: A. It will take time and a lot of resources to start a business in order to fulfill the legal obligations required. B. Selling shares, if the business decide to go public types of business. C. Founder risks losing ownership of the enterprise either partially or entirely. D. Confidentiality is being compromised. E. An organization has no capital price regulation. F. There is minimal discretion of a corporation about who purchases its stocks. Practice assignments, exam prep assignments for the IB Business Studies syllabus. You may now proceed to try out the exam preparation assignments. All assignments will be marked and feedback will be given. Should you need to speak to one of our tutors, send your email to administration@intmace.com. Please proceed to the link www.intmace.com at the bottom of this video to commence with your practice. Please click subscribe to our video if you find the content useful. All the best with your assignments.